Buenos días, buenas tardes, y buenas noches, bonjour, bonsoir. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be, Jay Slater case. No, sorry, not Jay Slater case. Let's kick off with the three Brighton ladies case. Plenty of Jay Slater stuff to come later today or tomorrow. But just a few updates on not being updated, if that makes any sense, in the three Brighton ladies case. Now, the big news that I saw just now from a local newspaper in Sussex called the Argus, and this Argus journal seems to be the first one out there with news from the Brighton area, was that, you're not going to believe it, but you will believe it, yet another body has washed up today. Today is June 9th. Not washed up in Brighton, but actually, I'm not sure if it was washed up. It could well have been that it was one of those rescued from the sea, because it mentioned the RNLI being called out. But anyway, yet another body. Eastbourne, nearer Eastbourne than Brighton, and apparently 47-year-old Brighton man. But it is another body along that Sussex coast. Now, what grabbed my attention was that, as I say, this local paper, the Argus, reported it 2 hours ago, it said, but the date that the body was retrieved was 7th. So that's 2 days ago. So what is happening with this vacuum, this time vacuum, whereby, I mean, big news, body found in the sea, and yet the first announcement seems to be 48 hours later. And then we get the immediate identification of 47-year-old man from Brighton. What is going on here? I don't get it. I don't know what's going on, but it feels very, very off. What makes it feel particularly off is yet again the police are saying body found in the sea, just off Eastbourne. It's a Brighton man, and nothing to see here. This is not suspicious. No third party involvement. It's like, is that now the normal patter that we are given? We found something very disturbing. It's very unusual. It's rare. But we must say there's nothing suspicious here. Well, it is. It is very suspicious, especially as this is the third male to be found. We had Rottingdean Beach, just outside of Brighton. That guy was a 50-year-old from Hertfordshire. Never heard anything more about him. That was about a week ago now. That's a long time ago. A long time in the sense of details, identity, full story. I would have thought would be out there. You'd have thought there's a whole family in Hertfordshire that are waiting to tell the world about what a great guy this was. Why the silence? Why the absence of investigative journalists that are trying to give the public the details that we would like to know about this case? So we've got the Rottingdean Beach man. We got the other guy. We don't know anything about him. And he was washed up just half a mile away from where Rebecca Rebecca Walters was washed up, the third daughter of the three Brighton sisters. So that was man number two. Now we've got man number three. Man number three, picked out of the water. Nothing suspicious, Sussex police say. Sussex police are putting themselves in a really, really bad, a really tight corner, really bad light here because um, every day that goes by and we don't get any clarification on any of these dead people being found in the sea or washing ashore in the Brighton area makes the police look like they haven't got a bloody clue what they're doing and like they don't care. And both of those could be true. It could be that the Sussex police don't really care about this kind of thing. You know, hurty words online. Yeah, we got to keep patrolling the online activity and seeing what's happening there. But as far as dead bodies washing ashore, yeah, let's just say it's not suspicious, and maybe the problem will go away. That's what it looks like, Sussex police. And in the vacuum that you are creating by holding back any information that the public, I think, are entitled to have, you're getting the likes of, well, myself and others that are out there doing the best we can to alert people to something that doesn't make sense. Now, I say myself and others, it was good to hear that Sonia Poulton did like a full, well, I don't know, full segment. It was like 30 minutes of her looking into what's happening in Brighton, and an absolute delight to hear Sonia and her sources involved in this. And Sonia made it very clear she will never, ever reveal who her sources are. But someone like Sonia Poulton, you would imagine over the years, the decades, has built up a good team of people that do reliably give information. So fantastic news that Sonia Poulton is on this. And I think she's looking into the three Brighton ladies, the Walters and Adotoro girl lady. She's hopefully looking into the three men. And if anyone will find out something that Sussex Police should be telling us and aren't telling us, it will be Sonia Poulton. But yeah, no updates from the police. And I keep saying this, but this is very worrying. The police are the ones, surely, that through investigation can give us more information to let us know what is going on in Brighton. I wouldn't personally, if I were living in the Brighton area, I wouldn't feel safe going anywhere near the beach these days, near the coastline, out in a boat. I wouldn't go anywhere in that vicinity without some answers about what is going on here. If they're totally unconnected, then spell out exactly why there is no connection between these cases, and it is just this bizarre coincidence that all of a sudden Brighton is the focal point for every dead body that seems to be washing ashore in the UK. You know, if there's an explanation for it, give us the explanation. If there isn't, we just have to live in the make-believe world that this is all just by chance. It can't be. It just can't be. I mean, statistically, bodies washing ashore on one particular stretch of coastline, week after week, or almost day after day, there's something behind this. Could it be that the police are too nervous, too afraid to tell us what they found? What is going on behind all this? I don't know. But no updates means we have to just speculate. There's no other option to try to make sense of it. I want to turn to the Facebook pages of the Adotoro family because I find this interesting. Now, the fourth daughter, Lillian Jacobson, apparently that's her name, she, under the Facebook name of Lily Toro Jacobson, living in Texas, has removed that information. It now no longer says that she lives in Dallas, Texas. Not only that, she's removed her school information. It now no longer says she went to Townsend Church of England School, which was in St Albans. No longer says that. Just has Luton as hometown. No longer has her picture as profile picture. It's now a dog. And most alarming, I guess, is all of that eulogy and lamenting and hand-wringing from the fourth daughter about her three half-sisters being found dead is gone. It's gone. So all of that heartfelt emotion that Lily Toro Jacobson offered the world when she found out her three half-sisters were dead doesn't apply now. Suddenly she doesn't feel that way. She's removed the post. Why? I mean, that was a short grieving period. You know, woe is me, my sisters are gone. How are we going to deal with the funeral? Let's get a GoFundMe going. And now it's removed. Silence. Not only that, but mention of the three sisters has also gone, totally gone, from Joseph, the father's page. Whether you look at Joseph Jacobson Facebook page or Joseph Toro Facebook page, it's the same guy, the father, apparently. No mention of the three sisters. That's all gone. Same with Uncle Soji, who organized the GoFundMe. All of his hand-wringing and lament about the three sisters, the three sisters. That's gone too, removed. No mention of them. And Soji's removed just about half, well, more, nearly all of his Facebook posts. All gone. Same as the Jay Saylor case. If this is all an accident, why remove anything? It makes no sense. If this is all above board, why are you taking down things? I would have thought you're posting more things. You know, one photo of these three ladies. A few photos, a few testimonials from their friends, their colleagues, their fellow churchgoers. We should be getting more and more background information on these three ladies, not less and less. This is where it makes no sense. The exception, interestingly enough, is the stepmother. Her Highness, Dr. Genevieve Barnaby Adetoro Jacobson, Adam Ephraim, to give her full name, or various combinations of her names. She's still got it there. So sticking to her guns is Genevieve. Sticking to her guns. It is a good idea, Genevieve says, to have the posts about the three Brighton sisters still out there, but she's the only one. She's the only one. Aunt Jika, no, she ain't. She ain't saying anything about the three girls anymore either. This doesn't add up. In the real world, this is not a family grieving over the three daughters that are gone, that are dead. It's something else going on here. Do I think Sussex Police can get to the bottom of it? Yes, if they take the time and make the effort to do so. And I told them, I have been in touch with them, and I said fairly shortly into this case, I said, if you can figure out what's going on or what went on with the fourth daughter, this Lillian Jacobson, who disappeared from Luton and reappeared in Texas, but still has her name living in Manchester, and another name, Genevieve, combination of the mother's name and the daughter's name, Genevieve Lillian Adetoro, got her mugshot, served some time in a Texas prison, but also on LinkedIn, same name, Genevieve Lillian Adetoro, working in a packing factory, I think, in Grand Prairie, Texas, which is just down the road from Irving in that Dallas area. The LinkedIn info looks legit, looks right, and that ties in with the mugshot. You can't think that the Texas police have got that wrong. I think that's all right. So I think this Genevieve Lillian Adetoro Jacobson, 25-year-old, I think she probably is for real and living in Texas. But what isn't real, I don't think, is the Facebook page of Lily Toro Jacobson, where it's just all been changed again. That's just my gut feeling. You read the Facebook page, why have you taken the lament down about your sister? It doesn't make any sense. What is going on with this family? And then the birth certificates, I'll wrap it up here. The birth certificate. So what we have found, if you've been following this over the last week or so, many thanks to my follower that, is on the ball with this stuff. And I've posted it. It's out there if you want to see it. We have the birth certificates of the three sisters. So we have a birth certificate, all born in Luton, of Jane Adetoro, Jane Veronica Adetoro on the birth certificate, of Christina Walters, although I think it's Adetoro on the birth certificate, I believe. Yeah, it is. And Rebecca Walters, but I believe it's Adetoro on the birth certificate. Because I raised this question, I said it's kind of odd that the eldest daughter kept the last name Adetoro, but the two younger ones, they chose to take the mother's name. There's usually a story attached to that, but we've got the birth certificates. But conspicuous by its absence is a birth certificate for the fourth daughter, the half-sister, daughter of Joseph and Genevieve. Can't find the birth certificate for Lillian. So does that mean that Lillian was not born in the UK? She's going to school in Luton, but then she disappears, then she reappears in the US, apparently, with her mother, Genevieve. So could it be that neither Genevieve nor Lillian were UK citizens? They had no right to be in the country. That's why they both left and started a new life where, I presume, they are entitled to live. So maybe a fourth daughter, Lillian, little Lillian, she was living in the UK illegally. She's really a Nigerian or American citizenship. And her mother too, because I have seen no evidence at all that Genevieve has been in the UK since going to live with daughter in the US after 2014. I might be wrong. If anyone has found any evidence of Genevieve, Dr. Genevieve Barnaby, Adetoro or Jacobson, living in the UK, show me it. I haven't seen on all her social media posts, I haven't seen anything from the UK that's definitely from the UK. And as far as this communique between the aunt, GK, and the stepmother, Genevieve, when they were talking to the Daily Mail, I haven't seen that they were in the UK for that. That could have been. I don't know. It could have been online. It could have been that GK was live and the Daily Mail was talking to Genevieve via phone or social media. I don't know. I'm just saying I haven't seen anything from the stepmother to show that she has been in the UK for a long, long time. It is the strangest case. My gut feeling is there is something afoot here with immigration fraud, identity fraud. And if the Sussex Police do their job, they'll find this fairly quickly and easily. My fear is we're hearing nothing because they're not doing anything about it. They might be making the same mistake the Guardia Civil did in the Jay Slater case, thinking if we just go along with accident, 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 this will all get resolved. I don't think it will. I'm very hopeful the UK will approach this differently, will do things differently. But so far I get a bad feeling. So let's end this video with the question, how many more bodies have to be washed ashore in the Brighton area for the police to start to say this might be somewhat suspicious? One more body? We've got 3 ladies, now we have 3 men. One more man, one more woman, 7. 2 more bodies, 3 more bodies, 20 more bodies. If we get to 20, if we get 20 bodies fished out of the sea dead or washed ashore in the Brighton area dead, at that point for Sussex Police, does something make it somewhat suspicious, unusual, third party involvement? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe 20 is an acceptable number for PC Plod down in Brighton. Maybe it has to be 200, 2,000. 2,000 bodies washed ashore. And then PC Plod in Brighton says, you know what? I think there might be something to investigate here. It's a sad day when you have to ask that question. You'd have thought one body washes ashore and the resources needed are diverted to finding out what the hell is going on. Apparently not. UK 2026. All right, plenty more to come on both cases, on Brighton Ladies and Jay Slater, of course. So I will say, hasta más tarde. I will see you later.